Hello and welcome to the Mindset Alchemy podcast, where we explore words, we explore understandings, and we explore everything that is going on. For me, it's about understanding what exactly we are doing, where we're doing it, and what we're doing it. So today we're going to be talking about feelings, seeing them, understanding them, maybe not in depth, and we are going to be sorting them out. I'm Janine. I am a personal leadership coach. I'm a psychic healer, and I help you shift your energy so that you are able to move forward in a far more aligned way. People often misunderstand what healing is. They think it's I go woo woo and next thing you better. Well, it is about unblocking energy. It is about releasing what is unlike love, and it's about inviting in what will help you move you forward, peace and harmony into your life. There are many, many modalities and ways of doing it. Today, though, I'd like to talk about those wonderful and amazing things called feelings, which can actually cause you to do dastardly things or to dream and achieve. Many people dream and forget to put the action behind it. So let me just clarify that. Dreaming requires action, even if the action is just coming into harmony with it. With feelings, so many times we're told to ignore that feeling of grief or sorrow or just to get over things. I have seen in my practice that it is actually far more effective to look at it, acknowledge it, observe it. What did it come for? Number one. And number two, is it even my feeling? Am I picking it up from other people because there's a hook inside of me that is inviting it in? What exactly is going on with it? And when we are able to do this, wow, what a difference this makes. The important thing about feelings is to understand maybe what I've given a name to it is not quite what it is and what it's doing. Because many times we think of nervousness, and meanwhile, it's actually a feeling of anticipation within us. They'd say butterflies flying in your tummy sort of feeling. We've been told it's nervousness. What if it's anticipation? With feelings as well, when we shove them down and refuse to acknowledge them, they come back and they bite us. They come back as extreme discomfort in our body, immobility in our joints. And when we shove them down long enough and forget to acknowledge them, it comes back as dis-ease, a lack of ease in our body that the medical profession can weigh in on, we can, as myself as a healer, weighs in on. And the bottom line is it's to go and see where that energy blockage is, deal with the emotions and feelings behind it, and allow the energy to flow much more freely within our bodies. One of the things many people do is they deal with the grief, they deal with the anger, they deal with the frustration, they deal with the joy, and then they forget to bring something else in as they release it. Now, the something else could be thinking about your vision, focusing on your vision, focusing on where you're going, bringing in a wonderful feeling of calmness, of peace, and of acknowledging that it's okay to be okay, and it's safe to be okay, and it's okay to be safe. Many times, this is going off the point slightly, and yet is part of it. Many times, that lack of safety is what creates the feeling, is what creates the emotion, and what allows us to become a hook for other people's emotions and feelings. Also, when you start giving a name to what you're feeling, it feels identified. Think about a child whose parents is ignoring them, a much-loved child whose parents ignoring them. Very often they will keep on mommy, mommy, mommy until mommy or daddy acknowledge them and say, okay, let's just finish here, let's just deal with this. And we take it from there. What happens when we ignored? We either become feisty or we become apathetic and passive. So have you heard of the responses, the fight, the flight, the freeze, and the fawn? Very often this comes about as well when feelings are unacknowledged, when you are unavailable to explore them. And people, sometimes if you're barreling down a highway, that may not be the best time to go and explore your grief or your anger or anxiety. It's always best to have somewhere quiet and somewhere very calm. As I was saying that, this light flashed and I realized a car had gone around the corner and the sun had reflected on its windscreen. It did give me a bit of a start though. The important thing is pick up a pen, pick up a journal, and just start writing. This is how I'm feeling. Am I really feeling like this? What other name could I give this feeling? Where else could I see this feeling from a different perspective? What was I thinking about when it was triggered? And what was the experience I was having in my body? Many times this helps us to explore at a deeper level and to release at a deeper level because it's been seen, it's been heard, and it's been acknowledged. A bit like that child that's looking to garner its parents' attention, or the teacher, or whomever it is with, the child is with. So with emotions, it helps us to acknowledge them. We then, if it's a good one, rejoice in it. If it's a bit of a lower vibrational layer, lower down the scale one, that's where you get to say, where are you from? What do I do to release you? And where can I bring in happiness? Where can I bring in joy? Where can I maybe just bring in plain indifference? By the way, this fascinated me when I heard it. Somebody said, what is the opposite of love? And most people went hate. And it was fascinating to me, and the actual truth of it really came forward. Many times the opposite of love is indifference. So this also works for anger that has been dealt with, because remember, anger comes from a feeling of helplessness, hopelessness, and of feeling invisible. That can create extreme anger in us. Yes, there's also other areas that it can be a buildup of frustration. Anger can turn into rage, and rage can turn into something even more destructive when it is unseen and undealt with. And that's where you go and possibly, besides your journal, your pen, you approach somebody such as myself, or a therapist, or somebody, a professional who can help you with releasing that and replacing it with more appropriate experiences, understandings, and feelings. Now, one of the things that really, really helps is to sit for just 3 minutes, people. That's all, 3 minutes. Set your alarm for 3 minutes and just sit quietly, breathing in and out through your nose. So it's a sort of experience. So it's 4 in, I try and do 6. I work on teaching people to do 6 out. And when we allow that just for those 3 minutes, and again, people say, oh, but I can't keep my mind blank. It's really more about recognizing your thoughts. It's more about acknowledging your thoughts than ignoring them. What we do is we avoid making babies with them. Oh, look at that, and blah, blah, and this happened, that happened. What we do is we see that thought and we go, oh, that's a good perspective, or that's an interesting point of view. I have that perspective. Oh my, look at that point of view that I have about their point of view. And when you are absolutely neutral to it and just allow it to shift, it gives you a much better picture of what's going on. Also brings a greater sense of calmness and peace. So our tool for today is go and practice that 3 minutes, especially at this time of the festive season where there's a lot of people moving around, turmoil, a lot of families, a lot of pressure that, yes, we put it on ourselves and it's still there. Practice the 3 minutes, and please avoid saying to me, Janine, I don't have 3 minutes. Go to the loo if you have to, and allow yourself to just be, because that allows your chest to relax, allows your heart to open to the correct feelings and emotions, and it makes such a difference because you then become unavailable to other people's low vibrational thinkings, feelings, and beings. And it's just incredible how this works. Have a beautiful and glorious day. Oh, by the way, if you like this, please share it and allow others to learn about those 3 minutes of peace and calm and what their feelings are doing. Come and find me on social media and let me know your thoughts. Bye-bye.